Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Here we go now! All right, here we go. 319! 319! Hot! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Good, good! Good, good! Hurry up, here we go!
Bake it, big it flat in the bake it. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Have a roof full all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke away longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. Look at the cash, look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'm gonna need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can. Yeah. Super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. Ferragamo stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead presents in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Patience than a penny hoe.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Hey, I think he's locked in.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Hill. He gets it to Humphries. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First down, the run with Lynch. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's Hill now on second down. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. D. Ford in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On play action, Kaiser. The pressure gets to him again. D. Ford in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. They'll run with a rookie. It's Boston Scott. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down now, Scott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Kaiser from the gun on 3rd. Steps away to his left. And he finds Julius Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Here's a give to Lynch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Kaiser now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Humphreys. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11th. On the handoff, Lynch. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Hill. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Flex round! Flex round!
3rd and long for Kaiser. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, Scott. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Working out of the gun, Mariota dancing to his left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. And his kick is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. On 1st and 10, Hill being chased out left. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Handoff comes to Lynch. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! What? 90!
Now his 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
On the give, this is Lynch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the 1st half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Lynch. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
All right, now, look at 50.
He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll run for it. Lynch, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marshawn Lynch, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll run on first down. Scott looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Second down, Mariota. Flushed out right. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Returnable for Thomas. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. To throw, Kaiser eluding the pressure right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And the Ravens taking the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Right back to him on first down. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, Scott. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down is Hill. Dancing to his left. They dump it off to Lynch. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 7 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Flush to his right. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Mariota on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And room there to work it inside the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go again with Scott. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They start the drive with Lynch. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play fake. Kaiser. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Back now in Pittsburgh. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll run again with Lynch. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Flex round. Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Play action now. Kaiser. Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to the ground, Lynch. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gun. Detroit.
He'll get it up the middle. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Marshawn Lynch with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shifts by him, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mariota now to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. Caught left side, Williams. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
On first down, Scott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter if he needs to make those. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Flex round! 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 Flex round!
Here's Kaiser. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Kaiser. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Adam Humphries with time running out. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One last shot now for Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Pittsburgh, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
My business on the front page. I do prescription in place. I had the vision back in 12th grade that I'd be killing with Dr. Dre. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm out of Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my now who are you? I don't know. nice get up. International, rockin' Japanese denim. Enough gas to get you above average. I'm in the motive, do I have to? From my enemies, they bringing my old ways back. Back in my day, would've had your whole face smacked. Look at you, wonder why hate rap. Ooh, what make you wanna go and say that? And I'm on another wave, and I'm putting on some weight. Feeling overpaid, I'm supposed to do. Don't nobody know your name, we ain't never seen your face. You ain't never, what you trying to prove? I never wanted to ever be over. I'm not in Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my, now who are you? I don't know, what you do? I don't know, you're short a few. Oh no, hold up, come on, out the jaw, come on. I've been swimming through the press. Pocket too big, Rakeisha. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your... Brano Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from feeling all kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hanging and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, see how my
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Elliott, the leading rusher for the 2nd time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott now, option right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Seahawks have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On second down, here's Wilson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 5. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization. But think about this season. They started 3-5, ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach, Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, in Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, you know, those defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. A good pickup there, a 22.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Here's Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Let's go get another. Let's go get another. Come on. Got it.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now, Wilson. Flush to his right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. 3rd year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the 3rd year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple of years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold. That hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes. And to cap it all off, when they awarded the MVP trophy to, I believe, Patrick Mahomes, it broke.
Yeah, indeed, it was Mahomes, the MVP of the offense. Jamal Adams, MVP of the defense in the 26-7 AFC victory. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. The give is to Elliott. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try and run forward with Elliott. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Running with Elliott, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. As Seattle makes their way back out here, Charles, let's take a little deeper dive as they go into the offseason, what they need to do. They led the NFL in rushing yards. You talked about it. They ran the football well. Where do they need to improve?
Maybe a little less stubborn.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, over here, over here. Check 50. 14.
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Dancing to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. And Dixon, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, as they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The third time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base where it might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year. But they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day since Super Bowl 36. Get this whole Patriots thing kick-started, literally, out of Vinatieri with a game-winning field goal. Patriots beat the Rams 20-17. Same franchise, different.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Change of scenery turned out to be really good this year for Cooper and the Cowboys. 9 games with them, over 700 yards, including that 217-yard 3-score performance against the Eagles.
And remember, that last score was in overtime to give Dallas a huge win in the NFC East and help propel them to a division title. 1,005 yards combined between Oakland and Dallas. The third time he's gone over 1,000 in his 4 seasons in the NFL.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Second down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
A second down throw for Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Prescott now being chased out left. He may try and... Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Seahawks have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him, I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good.
19.
On second down, here's Penny. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
14, run it. Cut, 280. Check 50, check 50.
Again on second and 10, it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Good work that time to get them to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Flush, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Play action. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Back now in Arlington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right, Gal.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting to drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
14.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And an alley to run. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
14.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the punt. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll make it 3rd down. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner? Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, Davis. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up 4th down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Flush to his right. And he's got it. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll try to run with Carson, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Wilson wants to throw it, and this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
This is fielded at the goal line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jeff Swaim, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 3rd and long for Prescott. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Prescott from the gun. He's going to let it fly. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And Prescott stripped, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson throwing again, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And some room to work. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.
remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of our five in you.
Tight, fingertips, reservoir.
Gotta hit him on a jack. When you coming back, where's you at on the map? Everything is intact. Could've been a seamstress, still wouldn't cut him slack. Pretty much ain't got a clue. Itty bitty piggyback off everything I do. But I'm still dropping. Got him looking like James Harden at the awards. Back to you, I'm so into you. For real, bread, like I'm kin to you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10. Fly to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you have this for me?
I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. I got too much on my mind right now. Tell the hero Dale, get my baby 30,000. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah.
Honorable senior.
Yeah, yeah.
Buddha
blesses Chill. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now. The shows, big bang rolls, cash. Now she go, for the team, now she don't ski, splash. Think about post now on the ground, man, the leader. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Pockets lettuce, don't think I'm ready, you got that swag, you got that salt, then sell it, free mind, cash them out, we bailin'. Saw my teacher, I was the same student fella. Now I got a lawyer, straight cash, no settlement. I'm out my element, out my element. My the same, don't need no clout, no fame, no clout. Bought the game, all brand new chain. Ice, swerve the lane, call the group the gang. Put that thing, whip it, then she give me, ooh, yeah. Them boys fool you trying to do it, bring the don't want no, they pull up with that. It's times three, this how it go. Park $1 million at the we gon' make 'em eat that until we go. Eat it up. Rich straight to the top floor. More PJs and rich like water, go to Cabo. Splash. Cash in the walls, hollow. Cash. Your money too small, micro. Hunch up on the call, gotta. Superstars out. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals, tax. Rock the shows, big bang rolls, cash. Now she go, for the team, now she don't ski, splash. Think about post now on the ground, man, the leader. Whole gang in the field, we don't do bleachers. Think about post now on the ground, man, the leader.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down, Prescott. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with Elliott, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Tackle made by K1 Short.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mario Addison in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
46. Good. 41's the whip. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. No doubt it was a good season for McCaffrey. Finishes 6th in the league in rushing the football over 1,000 yards. But how about what he did in the pass game?
Imagine if he just focused on one or the other, the kind of numbers he could put up. Instead, combining fantastic season. Over 1,000 on the ground, over 100 catches in the air. This guy can flat out do it all. And if they weren't worried about injury, he'd return punts and kickoffs as well. He's a dynamic player.
And those 107 catches, an NFL record for a running back. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. He'll be saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
Taking a shot for... He's got it at the 15. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Cat and 0 out now as he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Gun!
Throwing again. Rush. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 50 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Attention shifting back to Carolina as they come onto the field, and you talked about it earlier. They started 6-2. Everything was looking good. Then 7 losses in a row in 2018. Besides Cam Newton retooling and not maybe running as much, what else needs to happen in Carolina?
I have to start with Cam Newton and his running because they've wanted him to run the ball less in recent years. But what is that expression that Cam used? A lion's got to roar. Running the football is a part of me, and it allows him to feel like he's part of the game. Well, they've got to be more judicious about that. He just has to get healthy because he was throwing the football better than he ever had in his career. But I do think the injury changed everything for Carolina because when he couldn't make the throws necessary, it really hurt them moving the ball downfield and put a lot of pressure on their defense.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, get right down. Get right down. Get right down. Check three. Check three. Hey, check five. Check five. Hey, hey. Do something.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Had a nice broken tackle and then brought down right around the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Steps away to his left. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. From the gun, here's Newton. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
Throw left side complete. It's Bird. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Here we go.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Newton throwing again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage.
Blitz coming and down he goes. Tyrone Crawford in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Gano's kick is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. His throw incomplete. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game. The Baltimore Colts being the new...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. They send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see.
He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey. Great. Do something.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. And this one is incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had two excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had two huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call. Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nickel Roby-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation, when I saw it live, thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl, but I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is. Yeah, it could be a slippery slope, then you start doing it with everything, right? Next thing you know, we'll be reviewing holding. And by the way, you can probably call holding just about every play in the NFL. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Prescott on first down. That one complete to Elliott. A gain of 32 that time. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down. Dancing to his left. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful. It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. Elliott a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the night, and the Cowboys are in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there. Over the middle, complete. That's Bird. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down. They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs. That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Newton on first down. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now. Now Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It's coming now. Here we go, 46. Here we go.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Why? 41's the whip.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. Newton
now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And this will be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Newton again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game.
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th. Gano the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll buy some time right. And he will find his man on the outside. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Now he's... a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On first down, it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Smith catches left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And out now come the Cowboys. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it?
And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. First down now, but that clock rolling. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here's Prescott escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Prescott. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Newton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Newton to throw. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Going up top. It couldn't connect. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to... So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this is NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.